COYLE's going to handcuff Rampage, and there's no one there to stop him. He's handcuffing Rampage's hands behind the champion's back.
Is this the snuff movie that we didn't need to see?
The referee's trying to get those handcuffs off of Rampage. What? Look at the jump cables! He's choking out the ref!
This does not bode well for Rampage.
Once again, VHS player, that metal recorder. COYLE's going to go for the cover. There's a referee here. The referee, Rampage is unconscious. Rampage is no way.
The winner of the match is new Defiant Wrestling World Champion, the last true sick boy, RORY COYLE!
Have we seen the last of Rampage? Defiant Wrestling has come home to Newcastle for another episode of Loaded, where tonight Benji puts his Magnificent 7 briefcase on the line against CONOR, RENSHAW. Plus we've got tag team action as well, and much, much more coming up. Dave Bradshaw here with James R. Kennedy, and James, a big consequential evening ahead of us.
It is, but you had to put me in a bad mood right off the bat by mentioning Benji. Come on.
Well, Benji's coming up a little bit later on. First of all, though, it sends a chill down my spine to say it, but we are about to hear from the new Defiant World Champion. To introduce him, let's go to our ring announcer, Stevie Aaron.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing at this time, the brand new Defiant Wrestling World Champion, the last true sick boy, RORY COYLE!
The Rampage era is over. The RORY COYLE era begins here on Loaded.
And every time this man looks my way or your way or anyone else's way, I fear for someone's livelihood. I have to be honest, I did not think, for all the talk, Dave Bradshaw, that you and I had about this man's threat, I did not think RORY COYLE could end Rampage and his Defiant World Championship reign, but that's exactly what happened.
That man is now the face of Defiant Wrestling. It is a fact that I know has deeply disturbed Defiant's board of directors. We're going to be hearing from our general manager, General Amin, a bit later on. But first of all, let's hear from the champion himself.
So RORY COYLE, the last true sick boy, won the big one. It goes to show you how messed up this place is, how messed up Defiant is. That these muppets, these idiots, these keyboard warriors do nothing but shout, sick boy, when all I've done is I've come here and I have ruined this company. I'd like to thank the Defiant audience for giving me the chance to come here. I'd like to thank the Defiant audience for shutting their mouths every time I grab a mic and I talk. I'd like to thank the Defiant audience for forgetting about me when I was in that warehouse, when I appeared right in front of you. I was ready to be picked up then. I was ready to have a rocket strapped to me. I was ready to be the face of what culture? Because we're not meant to say that anymore. I was going to be the face of that company. I was going to be the guy that took this belt all over the world, that entertained all these internet muppets. Well, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for giving me the chance to wait 801 days. 801 long days. That's over 2 years that I sat and I waited and I watched every single one of you clap for all those guys that do that. All those guys that stand over on that merch table and take your money. Thank you, Defiant Wrestling, for giving me the opportunity to send the primate packing. Thank you for letting me nearly break his jaw and send him on the high road where he deserves to be.
That wasn't very nice.
Thank you for giving me the chance to step in the ring with, without a doubt, the best wrestler in Europe. Thank you for not appreciating him, for not appreciating the fact that Rampage Brown made every single one of those imports look better than they really are. That Rampage Brown is British wrestling. Thank you, Defiant. Thank you, audience, for not appreciating Rampage Brown. Thank you for giving me the chance to send him packing just like I sent Primate packing. Thanks for letting me make the rise of the sick boy.
Now hang on, it looks like we're going to hear from our general manager right now. General Amin is not going to wait till later in the show.
General Amin is a braver man than I, and I never thought I'd say those words, but what the hell is he doing out here when that beast is standing in the center of the ring?
Okay, look. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I took all last week thinking about this. And you've put me in a predicament, Rory COYLE. You've put me in one hell of a predicament because can I really accept a champion who is willing to choke a referee with cables in the world title match? Can I really accept a man who handcuffs his opponent and smacks him over the head with a videotape? Can I have the horror icon, Rory COYLE, the last true sick boy, as the face of Defiant Wrestling?
What are you gonna do? You're gonna come and take this off me? You see, you're asking, can you do this? Can you do that? I know what I can do. I can do what every champion that's ever held this has done. I can turn up on a Wednesday night on the network and I can throw this in the bin where it belongs.
Okay, look. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna strip the title because that's the easy decision. That's the easiest thing to do. Take the belt away from you. But you know something, Rory? You like to make movies, right? You like to make films. Well, guess what? I'm an aspiring film director myself. And I've got an idea. I've got an idea. You see, you specialize in horror movies. I specialize in superhero movies. So, at Lights Out, we are gonna go with Rory COYLE, the horror icon, going one-on-one, defending his Defiant World Heavyweight Championship against the superhero, Justin Sizer.
COYLE looks pretty pleased about that. Rory COYLE holding that championship above his head, but his days with that title may be numbered because apparently at Lights Out, he's going to defend against the superhuman. Maybe Justin Sizer will save us all.
Horror icon versus superhero at Lights Out.
Next week, Defiant Loaded, it is gonna be LP. It's gonna be Chris Brooks. It's gonna be Mark Haskins. And it's gonna be Robbie X in a 4-way dance. The winner of that 4-way dance gets an opportunity to step in the ring with one of the greatest high flyers who ever exist, Pac. Now, there's a rumor going around the internet right now that revolves around me. And let me be the first to confirm that rumor. I am one of the most in-demand high flyers on the independent scene right now. And once I win that 4-way and I step into the ring one-on-one with Pac, I'm gonna show you why.
Next week, I have an opportunity to go against the Bastard Pac one more time. You see, I'm against 3 of the very best in the world at what they do. But I know one thing. Them 3 will not know what the Bastard Pac is all about. And I know that the innovator of excellence, Robbie X, knows what his game is.
Loaded rolls on, and the Magnificent 7 briefcase is about to be on the line.
The opening contest of Loaded is a singles bout set for 1 fall. It has a 20-minute time limit, and it will decide the Magnificent 7 briefcase. Introducing at this time, wrestling out of Sunderland, and winning it tonight, 213 pounds, CONOR RENSHAW!
CONOR RENSHAW was just about the most popular man in the building 8 days ago at Magnificent 7 in his hometown of Sunderland, but of course the people of Newcastle are having none of it.
Oh, they certainly aren't. And you come dressed like that, you're not going to be popular here in Newcastle. Here's a man who's very popular. I don't understand this, Bradshaw. I just don't get it. Explain this to me. Why do the people love this man?
His opponent from Stockton-on-Tees, winning it tonight, 168 pounds. He is the winner of the 2019 Magnificent 7 match, Benji!
The surprise sensation of 2019 so far here in Defiant Wrestling. Benji overcoming 6 opponents, including Renshaw, to win that Magnificent 7 briefcase in Sunderland just over a week ago. But for all of his popularity, maybe Benji's weakness is naivety, because he has allowed himself to be talked into putting that briefcase on the line tonight by Renshaw.
And look at what Benji's done to that Magnificent 7 briefcase. He's customized it. He might not have it for very long. If CONOR RENSHAW has his way here in Newcastle, he will hold that very briefcase by the end of this match.
Yeah, by this time next week, that briefcase might be in red and white stripes.
Well, don't forget, if Renshaw wins, he can challenge for any championship here in Defiant Wrestling.
The holder of that Magnificent 7 briefcase can choose whichever championship they like. They can challenge for it at a time and place of their choosing. That is an honor currently bestowed to Benji, but as you say, that could be transferred to Renshaw in the near future here.
And there's no way Benji's going to outpower CONOR RENSHAW. Look at the size differentials here.
Benji, as always, since he is the underdog based on size alone. Renshaw, though, still looking for that first big signature win here in Defiant, and maybe seconds away from getting it, because he's going to catch Benji with the power slam.
There's that power I speak of.
Covered by Renshaw, and Benji just about gets out.
I'll give you this, Bradshaw. Benji, since he has come into Defiant Wrestling, yes, he has fought as the underdog. He's the underdog in every match he goes into. I'll give you that. He has tremendous spirit. But what is with this incredible sense of euphoria that accompanies Benji from this audience every time he appears here on Loaded or pay-per-view? I just don't get it.
He's got nothing!
Happy-go-lucky approach to life does Benji, and however many people get in his way, whether it's CONOR RENSHAW or Martin Kirby, who he's had his issues with, Benji keeps that smile on his face.
Might not be smiling for long because I sense that big Conor Renshaw has Benji, well, commentator's curse spoke too soon.
Benji fighting back. He's just a little bit faster than Renshaw with those strikes. Benji into the wheelbarrow position, roll through victory roll by Benji. The shoulders of Renshaw are now for a 2 count.
And that's all it takes. Very opportunistic from Benji. Just 3 seconds is all it takes. But again, here we go, Bradshaw. Look at that raw strength.
Renshaw manhandling Benji. He'll knock the wind right out of him. Benji once more gets out. And speaking of Martin Kirby a minute ago, we know, of course, already that Martin Kirby, assuming Benji hasn't cashed in the briefcase on him by then, or Renshaw, if Renshaw wins this match, Kirby's scheduled to defend the internet title against Lucky Kid at Lights Out in Leeds on April 17th.
There's nothing lucky about this for Benji.
Once again, that wheelbarrow position, this time off what was an attempted chokeslam from Renshaw.
Always finds a way out. Always. Just squirms his way out.
Benji loses his footing briefly, still able to nail the Hurricane Rana, and Renshaw. Benji measuring him. Took maybe a little too long that time. Renshaw dispatches him to the ring apron. Benji, though, fights him off. Benji headed up to the top turnbuckle.
Oh, but Conor Renshaw is right there to join him.
Renshaw with those clubbing blows across the back of Benji. Benji, what's he doing here? Oh my God, Benji! Benji with a powerbomb. The cover from Benji. Will he get it? He does! Benji with the upset!
Here is your winner and retaining the Magnificent 7 briefcase, Benji!
Now, Conor Renshaw talked himself into the match. He couldn't wrestle himself into the victory. Benji holds on to the Magnificent 7 briefcase.
And much to my chagrin, because I really thought that was the end for Benji and his Magnificent 7 dreams.
Well, let's take it right now to Stevie Aaron, who's going to try and get a word with Benji.
Oh, great.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dave Bradshaw. You, my friend, have been living the fairy tale of your life. I'm sure you never expected this to happen this past week. First of all, winning the Magnificent 7 briefcase. And tonight, I can't believe it, retaining the briefcase against Conor Renshaw. Now, I have to ask the question on everybody's lips. This briefcase is a little bit different here in Defiant Wrestling than other wrestling promotions. You see, you can, in fact, cash that in against any champion you desire. Now, I know you've been thinking about Conor Renshaw tonight, but I've got to ask, have you thought about who you will face for their championship right here in Defiant Wrestling? The fans have got some suggestions.
See, Stevie, I haven't really thought about it right now because I just had to defend this thing against Conor Renshaw. See, I might go at the back. I might think about cashing this thing in.
What, he tonight?
Who knows?
Well, listen, I do have a few suggestions myself. I know there's a lot of fans out there that may be expecting you to cash this in against one Martin Kirby, the internet champion. I mean, we saw what happened the last time. But let's not forget, you could in fact cash this in against the world champion himself, RORY COYLE. Imagine what would happen there. What about Benji, world champion of Defiant? Think about that.
I can't think about it, Stevie. Imagine Benji as the world champion.
Stranger things have happened.
And it could happen. Who knows, Stevie? Who knows?
Well, I'm going to let you think about it, my friends. I tell you what, the ultimate underdog no more. He is Benji. Let's go back to Dave Bradshaw. What do you think of this man?
Benji is on top of the world. Is it just a matter of time until that man wears championship gold? The timekeeper backing off and Simon Miller. Oh God! One blow on Miller! Oh, that's his shoulder! That's the injured shoulder of Miller!
Nothing and no one, not even authority around here, can stop the badness from spreading.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Simon Miller is still on the injured list. Simon Miller is still on the injured list, and there is descent into badness right into that injured shoulder.
Yeah, come in. Hi, man.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good to see you back.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that you called me in here, because I have something I want to ask.
Okay,
of
cool.
you as
Well,
well,
I just want to
so-
get it, man. I know what you've been through. Completely
Right.
know what you've been through. That what you saw last week. Little friend of mine called John Klinger decided to take me out, which was nice. And now this, which was ready to go, and now back on the injury stuff. So I get it. Gabe did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I completely get when it comes to Gabriel Kidd what you've been going through, man. I get it.
Okay, that's perfect. It sets it up. Good little segue there, because I want to match with Gabe. And I want to match with Gabe like right now. So just make it happen, and then we're square.
Dude.
That's it.
Dude, I can make it happen, right? But as you can understand, right now, my hands are tied. I can't do anything with this, so I just need you to do something for me, then I can do something for you too.
Okay.
Nice and easy.
Sure.
It's nice and easy.
Sure. What do I have to do? Because if this means I get a match with Gabe?
It does. You go out there tonight, and you kick John Bad Bones Klinger's ass, preferably by submission or pinfall if you could. And lights out, you get Gabriel Kidd. That easy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, easy. Done.
Done.
Of course.
Thank you, my friend.
You got it, man.
Thank
I gotta
you.
go warm up and
Yeah,
stuff.
do it.
Yeah, let's
Do it.
We now know our main event for tonight on Loaded. David Starr going to face John Bad Bones Klinger, and Starr will get Gabriel Kidd at Lights Out if he can help solve the John Klinger problem.
What an opportunity for David Starr.
Following is a tag team attraction set for one fall. And it has a 20-minute time limit. Coming to the ring at this time, accompanied by the No Fun champion, No Fun Don, and representing the Anti-Fun Police, Santos and Drake.
I was just going to say, Dave Bradshaw, before that idiot Stevie Aaron interrupted me. I was just about to say what's on my mind, and what's on my mind is that David Starr might not have a mind by the end of tonight, because your main event, John Klinger, could take everything from David Starr. This is a man who's been through so much, coming back from injuries, everything. John Klinger could end him by the end of Loaded.
So a tag team debut about to take place. It was a team that formed last week here on Loaded, and a team that could not be any more different from the Anti-Fun Police.
Introducing their opponents. This is the team of Jack SEXSMITH and the Queen of Queens, Visage!
Visage and Jack SEXSMITH on their way to the ring, and look at the scowl on the face of Dunn and Drake. Can't really see the expression on Santos' face under that mask, but I assume he's not too delighted either at the antics of SEXSMITH and Visage, who certainly like to have fun in a way that irritates the Anti-Fun Police to the extreme.
Well, any kind of fun irritates the Anti-Fun Police, but not only that, Dave Bradshaw, SEXSMITH and Visage have formed a new tag team here in Defiant. They have thrown their hat into the ring. That means more competition for the Anti-Fun Police. Think about that.
All right, we're getting ready to get underway here between SEXSMITH and Visage and the Anti-Fun Police.
And the Anti-Fun Police could put a stop
Hang on,
to
Santos
Visage.
has something to say, but he can't work the microphone.
Uno momento, amigos. You two
One moment, Dave.
are not a real tag team. You don't even have a name!
Well, it looks like SEXSMITH and Visage are debating their
No,
name
you
here.
don't. The only reason why you two are together is because you're both proud amigos, and you don't really have a tag name, do you?
We do too. We like brainstormed and stuff, and we thought about making an acronym out of our mantra of charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. Management had a problem with that one. We thought of another one, but copyright issues prevented us from being called the Powerpuff Gays.
There needs to be 3 of you.
Yeah, we'll be Bubbles and Blossom. So, without further ado, I would like to reveal our name. Ladies, lads, and the androgynous, welcome to the Tuck Shop.
I like it.
Where everyone gets served.
Well, Anti-Fun Police clearly don't like it. They are going to jump Tuck Shop here as we get underway.
Well, this is what happens. The only thing being served right now is a beating from the Anti-Fun Police because, as I say, Bradshaw, they realise that this fresh team means more competition. They want to stomp that out and, consequently, get rid of this fun as well.
Well, no fun done in the corner of Drake and Santos. Looking like he's chewing on a wasp. That full constant facial expression that he seems to wear whenever he's out here. Santos will go for the cover and SEXSMITH kicks out. Of course, both Santos and Drake were part of that Magnificent 7 match 8 days ago. Neither man successful. At one point, the odds were very much stacked in their favour.
Oh, they were, but, you know, in a match like that where only one man can win, teamwork was always going to go out the window at some point. They tried, the Anti-Fun Police, but in the end, go on then, who won the Magnificent 7 briefcase?
Benji. Ugh. We heard from Benji just a little bit earlier on. Big win for him tonight against Conor Renshaw. As Drake tags in Santos. SEXSMITH is taking a real beating here in the opening moments.
Well, let me tell you something. The Anti-Fun Police have been together for the longest time. Visage and SEXSMITH, only 1 week. You cannot build tag team chemistry in such a short period.
There's a slight spread from SEXSMITH using the body of Santos as a platform there. Here comes Visage.
I wish people would stop waiting until I say things and then doing the opposite.
Story of your life. There's a kick from Visage to Drake, one to Santos as well.
One thing I've noticed about Visage over the piece here in Defiant Wrestling is they always come prepared. And there's evidence of it. Wow.
Innovative stuff from Visage, who I think knew that Santos was behind them there and hit Drake into his own partner.
Don't let the extravagance fool you. One hell of a professional wrestler with everything to prove here in Defiant.
Bicycle kick forcing the DDT on Drake by his own partner. Visage will go for the cover. Gets 2 and almost got 3 if it wasn't for Santos.
Did you see Santos move there? It was like a cat.
It's like a ninja.
A ninja cat.
A slightly stocky ninja.
A stocky ninja cat. Okay, anything else you want to add to this?
No, I'm done. Visage is going to pick up Drake. Goes for that swinging kick. Drake goes behind into the full Nelson. Full Nelson slam. Oh, into the German suplex off the clothesline from Santos. That is good tag team work.
And then SEXSMITH from out of nowhere at the last possible second, saving his partner.
SEXSMITH will be dispatched to the outside by Drake.
Right in front of the No Fun champ.
No Fun champ. Still wearing that hardcore title around his waist.
It says no fun on it, but anyway, inside the ring, look where Santos is heading.
I'm not sure that's a wise plan. In fact, it's definitely not. There's Drake into Santos. Santos falls off of the ropes onto his own partner, and they've landed on the leg of Drake. If Drake wasn't hurting before, he's certainly hurting after that kick from Visage.
This isn't a good situation, almost 2-on-1 on poor Drake.
SEXSMITH on the top rope. Looking for the BDSM and nails it. With the assist, the leg sweep from Visage, and Tuck Shop pick up a maiden victory.
The winners of the match, the team of Jack SEXSMITH, Visage, the Tuck Shop.
The Tuck Shop on their first outing, defeating the Anti-Fun Police.
Do you even know what that means, Bradshaw?
Hang on, No Fun done. Looks like he wants to protest the decision. He's got a microphone. Maybe he'll be a little bit more coherent than Santos was before the match.
No Fun done inside the ring with a mic and that No Fun championship.
Hey!
Great. All right, new tag team beginners. Look, you got the win, but you know what? You're still having too much fun now.
And what's wrong, baby, with having a little bit of fun now?
I like fun.
Shut up, Bradshaw, this isn't about you. Oh, God.
I said everyone likes fun except these three idiots. Slap from Visage, you had to be held back.
No fun now!
No fun now.
A big slap from No Fun Done, and that is enraged Tuckshop, who should be celebrating their first victory here in Defiant, but thanks to the ultimate party pooper, No Fun Done, and the anti-fun police, that victory soured nonetheless. Tuckshop victorious here on Loaded. Well, it's been an interesting night so far here on Loaded, and of course we are heading towards Lights Out in Leeds on April 17th. But if we look a little bit further ahead from that to the next time after that we're with you on pay-per-view, it is Saturday, May 25th at the Manchester Academy for No Regrets, featuring the 3rd annual No Regrets Rumble.
And if the first two are anything to go by, strap yourselves in, because this is going to be pure, uncontrollable chaos.
If you want to join us for No Regrets in Manchester, tickets go on sale 10 a.m. this Friday at wearedefiant.com/tickets.
I am pissed right off, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm pissed off right now. Last week, Kanji told me and everyone else that she was injured. Oh no, she wasn't. The only reason she didn't turn up to that show was because she knew I was going home. Back to Liverpool, women's champion. I'm still unbeaten here. No one's ever pinned me here at Defiant. I deserve my title shot. And I don't know who Laura Di Matteo thinks she is, coming in here, waltzing through my business. If she thinks that she wants to stick her nose where it doesn't belong, then I will smack her chin right off her face.
Action from the women's division on the way, and a woman who is still furious at her defeat to her opponent tonight last week at Magnificent 7.
The following is a singles match set for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing at this time, heading towards the ring from Manchester, England, stunning LANA Austin!
Stunning Lana Austin was stunned, I think, that she was unable to walk out of Sunderland as the Defiant Women's Champion. She was thwarted in her efforts to even have an opportunity at that by another injury to Kanji. In the end, she was pinned by the debuting Laura Di Matteo. Di Matteo is going to face her one-on-one tonight in Newcastle.
Yeah, but we just heard from the one-woman army, Lizzy Styles, and she, as do I, Bradshaw, I have to admit, I have my doubts about the validity of this injury that Kanji is claiming.
Her opponent from Rome, Italy, this is Laura Di Matteo!
Laura Di Matteo already 2-0 here in Defiant, as well as that three-way victory against Austin and Lizzy Styles at Magnificent 7, and then beat Gia Adams the following night, last week on Loaded. So Di Matteo has arrived here, just going all guns blazing right out of the gate. Can she continue that winning streak here?
Well, the big challenge, as Lana Austin tells you, Dave Bradshaw, what she thinks about that. Di Matteo's biggest obstacle, her biggest challenge will be herself in many ways, because we have witnessed Kanji come in a house of fire and start off red hot here in Defiant Wrestling, and then that momentum started to fade away. Will that be the case with Laura Di Matteo, or will she keep it rolling?
One of the things I think that most frustrates Lana Austin about this lightning debut week that Laura Di Matteo has had is that Austin, of course, has been in pursuit of that Defiant Women's Championship for so long now. And Di Matteo coming in here, and just within a week, it looks like that she might be in danger of overtaking Austin on that pecking order in terms of who's next in line for a title opportunity.
And they're stunning Lana Austin, blowing a kiss at the newcomer Di Matteo. You get the sense that Di Matteo was all business. Now, Lana Austin forged a temporary alliance with Lizzy Styles here in Defiant Wrestling, proving she will do whatever it takes to get that gold around her waist.
Well, the third participant in that three-way match at Magnificent 7 was Lizzy Styles. We heard from Styles earlier, and Styles had some very choice words for the women's champion.
Listen, I have to say, I almost agree. You know, I'm kind of torn on it because Kanji has been such an impressive champion at points, but not lately. She's gone missing when it really counts, and I have to question this injury. I really do.
That's
I'm sorry.
a pretty serious charge. Pretty serious thing to say, that you're essentially arguing that Kanji has faked an injury so she didn't have to defend the title.
Well, it's up to the women's champion to prove otherwise, isn't it? Where is she?
What happened to innocent till proven guilty?
Oh, never mind that. And inside the ring,
Austin's trying to negotiate with Di Matteo, it seems like. What has she got for... Oh, that was mature.
oh, wonderful stuff. And look, putting the brakes on.
Yeah, I think Di Matteo was looking for an arm drag, and second time Austin, as you say, puts the brakes on it, a slap across the face of this young Italian competitor from Austin.
Stunning Lana Austin knows how to endear herself to people who are new here in Defiant Wrestling, doesn't she?
And now those arm drags are working, and there's an innovative attempt at a pin, swept the legs away into a pinning predicament for a moment there. There's a drop kick from Di Matteo, and Austin, perhaps wisely, rolling to the outside to gather her thoughts.
And that might be a more dangerous place than Lana Austin would care to admit. Here comes Di Matteo.
Hey, Austin, at the last moment, I think, saw that coming, was able to duck, so Di Matteo changed plans, and in the end, Di Matteo gets drawn in. Austin grabs the leg, pulls it away from under her, and Di Matteo lands awkwardly on the edge of that apron.
Well, that's the twisted brilliance of Lana Austin, and look what she has in her hands. One of those chairs that she's used to great effect.
Well, why has she got that?
Oh, are you going to go up there and stop her? No, I didn't think so.
Di Matteo has been deposited in that chair by Austin. Austin obviously not doing that for Di Matteo's health. In fact, Austin going to run up to Di Matteo, pushes her down.
Well, that's Austin's MO, just psyching out her opponents, almost bullying them.
Disrespect is what it is from Austin, as Austin is trying to make a point here about Di Matteo being the new girl on the block. Di Matteo, though, will launch herself. Lands on Austin. Both women land hard on the arena floor.
You heard the thump of both bodies coming down on that hard floor.
Di Matteo smartly rolls Austin into the ring, trying to capitalize with a pin attempt. Austin gets the right shoulder up on two.
And this is where it really counts, Dave Bradshaw. In between those ropes. That's what I've noticed about Di Matteo since she came here in Defiant Wrestling. Oh my God. She wants to win those matches inside, where it counts.
Austin now stomping away at Di Matteo. Just as Austin is furious at Di Matteo's rapid progress in her first week or so here in Defiant, Lizzy Styles is as well. Styles, as well as having those choice words for Kanji, had plenty to say about Di Matteo.
Lizzy Styles has something to say about everyone lately.
Di Matteo, meanwhile, is letting her wrestling do the talking for her. Austin, though, not having any of it. Austin still livid at the fact that Di Matteo was able to beat her in Sunderland, and now
that might do it, Bradshaw. That might do it.
Yeah, Austin looking to even the score as Di Matteo ensures that she's not able to.
Lana Austin, flustered, annoyed. She thought this would be over by now, quite frankly.
Austin charges in, took too long. Di Matteo moves out of the way. Di Matteo has got Austin in the corner. There's those forearms into the side of the face from Di Matteo. Di Matteo's got a real aggressive streak to her, as we've seen throughout this last weekend, and now here tonight against Austin. Austin, though, has Di Matteo in a tricky position up on the turnbuckle here, going to try for a superplex, and nails it. Variation on the superplex. Still brutally effective, and if Austin can capitalize,
it doesn't look like she can. Looks like that move took too much out of stunning Lana Austin as well as her opponent.
An awkward landing for Austin, but it was nonetheless Di Matteo who got the brunt of it, and Austin trying to be the first to the punch here as they get to their feet. Hits Di Matteo with 2 consecutive strikes. There's a third one from Austin, but Austin looking pretty exhausted as well. Di Matteo, what's this? Di Matteo Russian leg sweep on Di Matteo. That's the Veni Vidi Vici. The Veni Vidi Vici from Di Matteo on Austin. Austin is trying to escape, get her head out from under the grasp of that right leg.
Almost escaped, but unwittingly right back into the lion's den.
Into almost a triangle choke from Austin on Di Matteo. Oh, sorry, from Di Matteo on Austin, but it's Austin who's picked up Di Matteo and gets out of it. Great power from Austin to power her way out with that power bomb.
And that buys stunning Lana Austin some time. Time she sorely needs, by the way, because that submission, that arm is definitely injured. You can see the way she's holding it already. The pain must be incredible.
Austin trying to grab Di Matteo. Trying for the hangman DDT. Di Matteo is fighting her way out of it. Di Matteo with a forearm to the face. Gets back into the relative safety of the ring, although I wouldn't say it's safe in there against Austin. There's a tornado DDT from Di Matteo. The cover hooks both of the legs. Will that do it? No, Austin gets out, but only with a tenth of a second to spare.
Here we go again.
Once again, Di Matteo relentless with that Veni Vidi Vici.
Lana Austin may have to tap out, may have no choice.
Yeah, she does. Austin taps. Di Matteo wins again.
Here is your winner as a result of a submission, Laura Di Matteo!
3 wins, 0 losses for Laura Di Matteo, who once again came, saw, and conquered.
Laura Di Matteo racking up these wins, as you say, already here in Defiant Wrestling.
Di Matteo with her hand raised by the referee, and I understand that Stevie Aaron is going to try and get a word with Laura Di Matteo.
All right, thanks Dave Bradshaw, James R. Kennedy as well, calling the action for everybody at home. Lana Austin obviously not too happy, but what an impressive newcomer here in Defiant Wrestling, chalking up another victory here tonight. Laura Di Matteo, she made her debut just last week at the Magnificent 7. I would very much like a word with this young lady. Very impressive for the fans at home. You were here last week on Loaded, defeating someone the caliber of Lana Austin. That is no mean feat.
3 matches, 3 wins, baby.
Hey, sorry for the change to schedule programming, but your interview's over, Laura. Thank you very much.
Why is Chris Brooks out here?
To talk about. Come on, Dave, let's talk about next week, okay? Come on, ask me. How do I feel about the 4-way next week? Come on, ask me the question.
Well, how do you feel?
Back it up. How do I feel about the 4-way, Dave? Come on, ask me.
How do you feel about the 4-way?
How do I feel about the 4-way? You know what, Dave? I feel really pissed off about the 4-way, to be quite honest with you. I don't give a shit about wrestling Pat in a few weeks. I don't give a fucking toss about wrestling Pat in a few weeks. Since I've been in Defiant, I just keep getting disrespected by this promotion. I'm one of the biggest names in the pissing country that's left. And every time I'm here, bottom of the barrel, multi-man scrambles. It's absolute garbage, and I'm sick of it, to be quite honest with you, Dave.
I mean,
what do you guys think about that?
What do you want me to do about it? I can't do anything about it.
Stats.
Well, talk to general. I mean, talk.
What are you looking at? Come on. What?
What do you want me to say?
What's going on here?
It's not my decision.
What's going on? Why? Why, huh?
I don't know. Chris Brooks is out of here. That was obviously way out of line, and we apologize.
Yo, Pac. How you doing, man? It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? It's been 9 years. 9 long years. We used to be a team out in Japan. You, You were the star. You went on to bigger things. And me? I disappeared back to the Indies. And now here you are. Out of one company coming back to reclaim the throne. But things have changed. See, I'm not the same person that you used to know. I've been watching you from the shadows and you've been mesmerizing everybody on a grander scale. And now when you say the name Haskins, you see the fear in everyone's eyes. Because these people know what you don't. And that is that your time as king, your time at the top of the throne has ended. See, I have worked my ass off for the 9 years that you have been gone, making a fucking living for yourself. I've been trying to make my name and staple my name into the infrastructure of professional wrestling. I've been trying to etch my name into the damn throne. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off that you could just walk out of one company and come straight back and everybody accepts you. It pisses me off that while I've been working my ass off, you could just walk back and reclaim the king, reclaim the throne, be the man that gravity forgot, be the person that everybody loves. But see, things have changed, Pac. I want to show you that the throne is no longer yours. The throne is mine. I don't care who I have to go through. If I have to go through three of the top prospects that the United Kingdom has to offer, in ELP, Robbie X, Chris Brooks, and I'll do it. I don't care how many people I have to go through, and I don't care that I have to go through you. Yeah, once my friend, once my mentor, once my tag partner, and now you're just another body at the top of the pile. I'll see you soon, mate.
¿Seguro? Ya verá luego. La frente.
Vale. Hey, so last time we were here at Defiant, we suffered a loss. You all saw it, but I don't think it was a loss. I clearly kicked out. It definitely wasn't a 3-count. That was just a real bad refereeing decision. So, we want to shut the tag team titles. Now, we know Aussie Open are not the champs anymore, but we just don't care. No importa.
Quien sea.
SEC are the champions, okay? We want to shut the titles. Please.
And we want it next week.
And don't get the same referee, please.
Team White Wolf there insisting on an opportunity for the tag team titles next week. That match, of course, should it be confirmed by General Amin, will take place next week on Loaded. Plus, Lizzy Styles will be in action and much more, including a phenomenal main event.
Yeah, big time fatal four. We just saw Chris Brooks make an impact here. He's going to go up against Robbie X, El Phantasmo, and Mark Haskins. The winner of that fatal four-way next week, they're going to get packed at Lights Out. That's going to be huge.
Chris Brooks clearly with a chip on his shoulder. We'll see if that transfers into that big match next week. Right now it's time for this week's main event as David Starr looks to solve the John Klinger problem.
The following is a singles bout set for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Heading to the ring at this time, from Bad Born City, Germany, weighing in tonight, 232 pounds, this is the Badness, John Klinger.
John Bad Bones Klinger been reaching a path of destruction, a path of terror, quite honestly, here in Defiant. It is a problem that has been torturing Simon Miller and his assistant, Adam Foster. And Simon Miller saying to David Starr earlier this evening that if Starr can help them solve the John Klinger problem, then Starr can get his wish and get his hands on Gabriel Kidd at Lights Out.
Easier said than done. You're talking about the most dangerous man in European wrestling today, the Badness John Klinger. David Starr already fighting an uphill battle as far as I'm concerned.
His opponent is the cream in your coffee, your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, the Jewish Canon, the physical embodiment of charisma, the most entertaining man in professional wrestling, the Bernie Sanders of professional wrestling, the best of the best, Mr. American Rana, TV Wrestling, the 104-minute man, the main event. He's really good at Twitter, the king of taunts, the product, David Starr!
Start charging it from the get-go, and the question here, obviously, if you're a fan of David Starr, is whether Starr has fully recuperated from that assault by Gabriel Kidd back in the locker room area a few weeks ago.
Well, it looks healthy to me, starting this match off hot. It takes a lot of balls to race into that ring and go nose to nose with the badness.
That it does. Knee right into the abdomen of Starr by Klinger.
We might only know the effects or that the health of David Starr the longer this match goes on. As I say, looks pretty healthy, but not right about now.
You can see why David Starr was the choice of Simon Miller to participate here against Klinger. As Klinger goes for a cover, gets just a 1 count early on.
Simon Miller is desperate, Dave, to solve this John Klinger problem.
Well, if you think about it as well, they have two things in common, do Starr and Miller. They both had their issues with Gabriel Kidd. Kidd has put both of them on the shelf, and of course, more recently, Miller has had his problems with Klinger, and so Starr hoping to solve those problems.
Well, we'll see if he can, but right now, it's David Starr who's the one having problems with Klinger.
Double counter, so Starr ends up in the corner. Starr gets Klinger corner, wow, throws him right into the ropes. That power slam, body slam variation meant that Klinger landed right on the top of his head.
And now David Starr starting to feel it.
Cover from Starr and kick out from Klinger. Klinger was having his shoulders pressed down hard to the canvas by the product.
You think about it. I don't think that David Starr sees John Klinger at this point. He sees Gabriel Kidd, the man who's cost him so much, the chance to have that marquee match against Joe Hendry, the chance to prove himself, which at the end of the day is all David Starr is interested in.
Starr, of course, tried to take on Joe Hendry just a few weeks ago on Loaded, but it was too much too soon for Starr. Still feeling the ill effects of that assault from Kidd, and that wouldn't have done him any favours. That German suplex from Klinger.
And that swing of momentum is exactly why they call him the most dangerous man in European wrestling today.
Klinger trying to double down, gets a second German suplex. Could get 3 out of 3 and does so. Tossing Starr around the ring like a rag doll, and Starr, no choice but to retire briefly to the outside to try and recuperate.
It's not a good place to be when John Klinger's in town. We've seen this before.
250 plus pounds from the top. The double axe handle right between the shoulder blades of David Starr.
Rarely did you see someone with that muscle, with that power coming all the way down from that top turnbuckle to the arena floor.
Starr rolled into the ring by Klinger. Referee did have a count on. Klinger looking to score the pinfall victory. Starr ensures it doesn't happen just yet.
David Starr, the pain, he's wearing it on his face. John Klinger, he's the one with the mojo right now.
Chop from Klinger. Starr was trying to hit one of his own. There's such power behind those chops from Bad Bones. Oh. German Psycho has shown in recent weeks exactly where he gained that nickname.
Klinger's well named, yes, no doubt about it. So is David Starr, the product, the Jewish Cannon. You know, all those nicknames that he has when he comes to the ring, he believes in every single one of them.
Oh my. Starr has had several near misses, of course, recently here in Defiant. Narrowly losing to Pac on Pac's debut here in this company. Narrowly losing to Rampage in a world title match. So Starr still frustrated, and his attempt to get back in the win column was postponed by that assault from Kidd as well. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
And that's just fired David Starr up.
That may be the biggest mistake that John Klinger has made in some time, because David Starr unloading. Starr into strike Klinger. Klinger cut him off, and now Klinger will go to the rope. Starr follows him in with the elbow into the jaw. Hard-hitting main event here on Loaded between these two.
What a main event it is. Oh! John Klinger might not remember the rest of it. Oh!
Melton into the suplex.
Back and forth they go, Dave.
Exchanging blows again, these two. Star at the rope. Save him! Canadian Destroyer. My word, that sends Klinger to the outside.
Klinger tumbling out of the ring. And that's a small mercy.
You know what, any remaining questions about whether David Starr is fully healed after that attack by Gabriel Kidd, I think they have now been answered because Starr has been phenomenal here.
It might be Klinger who's on the bench after that. That was unbelievable. And now the referee halfway there, up to a count of 5.
Yeah, Klinger hasn't moved. Klinger needs to rediscover himself quickly. Starr is asking the referee to stop the count.
Well, Starr doesn't want to win this way, obviously. He wants Gabriel Kidd at lights out. He wants to do it the right way in his mind.
Starr, as I said, with a point to prove after those recent losses to Pac and to Rampage.
What is it going to take? John Klinger almost knocked out. It's going to take a lot of strength here from Starr to pick that big man up.
You know what, I take it back about Starr not suffering any ill effects because he was clutching his ribs there. That is the area of his body that was most damaged by Gabriel Kidd, and clearly he is starting to feel some pain in that area now.
We're up to a 7. Whoa!
Well, Klinger is a dead weight. Starr absolutely determined to get this one back in the ring.
David Starr, the last chance he had, the referee almost up to 9 there.
Well, by rolling back in, Starr was able to stop the count.
What did that take out of the Jewish Cannon?
Starr is going to try and get this done. Klinger is still on the apron at the moment. Starr charging in, bone spear from Klinger.
And where was it? Right to the ribs. They won't be healthy after that.
Klinger is heading to the top, and we know what for. Klinger's going to look for the descent into badness.
And if Klinger hits it, you best believe it's all over.
Thankfully for Starr, he moved out of the way. The whole ring shaking. I think Starr was looking for the product placement. Rolling through, now what's this? Starr's looking for a submission. He calls this the Republican Remorse. The Republican Remorse by David Starr. See, Klinger is... Oh, he's tapping! Klinger taps! Starr wins it with the Republican Remorse!
Here is your winner, as a result of a submission, the product, David Starr!
You know what that means, Dave? That means that David Starr has his wish. He gets Gabriel Kidd at lights out.
Starr and Kidd at lights out. But what is that going to do to the move of John Bad Bones Klinger, who was coming off that defeat to Justin Seisman, Magnificent 7. Another loss here, and there's your answer. Klinger looks like he's snapping here.
David Starr trying valiantly to fight back, but
took all of the energy Starr had with those still injured ribs. Oh, but Gabriel Kidd's here.
Here comes the young bull.
And now it's 2-on-1. 2-on-1 against a man in David Starr who is already not 100%. He's there going to be 0% after this. Hang on now. That's Joe Hendry's music. Here comes Hendry. Joe Hendry, of course, with unfinished business against Kidd as well. A time limit draw between Hendry and Kidd at Magnificent 7, and now Hendry picking up where they left off in Sunderland.
David Starr peeling Hendry off Kidd to give some stomps of his own.
Fighting each other to get to Gabriel Kidd.
Wow. Oh.
Two big personalities.
You talk about unfinished business.
Starr and Hendry. They are having some serious words here. Starr and Hendry. An uneasy alliance. Hendry coming to the aid of David Starr as Klinger and Kidd attack. But what does this mean? What does this mean? Do we have an uneasy friendship? What would you call it? Between David Starr and Joe Hendry?